And there's the scores so far. 16-12. First map was pretty decent. OG managing to come back after a Mousesports lead.
For the record here,
not just come back.
That's an SEANGARES. Sean Gares against OG. Any OG fans out there, please tweet your hatred towards Sean Gares now. Thank you.
And there's an @ sign both before and in his name. So go ahead and find him. Sean G @airs.
Do you guys want to give him my social security number? I could provide
It's not too late. We could do that. And it's not like, okay, Mousesports just showed up in the second map. They just dumpstered him in the first half.
I saw the animation you were talking about where he cuts his hand.
Yeah, I don't like the silliness in CS.
Oh, I cut my hand.
It's towing the line. We're getting a little bit Fortnitey there. Don't want any dances or funny moves. That one. Yeah.
No
silliness.
Don't see it. No.
This is a battlefield.
Buggery, right?
It does it every single time.
It does it every time.
Damn. The clumsy guy.
Clumsy SOB.
You just know those dance moves on that end screen where you have the 5 players. They got to put some dance moves in there. Some poses.
The floss.
You're going to buy all of those dances, Henry.
I don't know. I don't think I want dance moves.
That's the problem with it right now. There's just not enough motion.
Henry, we don't see a lot of it anymore, but on these knife rounds, were you ever a player that went for the old flank?
I actually was. That
you
was
a dirty rat. I knew you would do something like that.
Not going to lie, that was me. Like, especially with those
guys, everyone knife long. Henry's pushing down mid.
Henry gets his team to quick boost him, Cat.
Last dude every time 1v3.
Guys, just take your time, try to filter him through the door.
They won't know our numbers.
This knife, boys. Let's get under their skin. Start screaming when you win the knife round as well. The most obnoxious dude in the room.
You guys miss head stabs?
That was at one point. No, not
that.
Really, because there was no art behind it. It was random, right?
No. You do one slice at head level, then stab, and you'd always get a head stab.
Always?
Yeah, you could aim for
that wasn't the case.
Here's the case for Betway. That being that Mousesports are a favorite, however, not a huge margin. Why do you think that is, Mr. Gares?
I mean, OG has looked promising. That was the first map we've seen them drop out of, what, like 6 straight? So they look like a very different team from what we saw at the start. I don't know what's going on. They have people prodding on both sides of the map and 3 people in spawn waiting to get the word on where to go.
Isn't that the EPL round winning strat?
Yeah.
Frozen towards long, Issa towards B.
Oh.
Alex has some heavy breathing into the mic, just providing some
breathing
atmosphere.
Intensifies.
That's strange. I couldn't hear myself inhale, but apparently you could.
Well, it's okay, man.
I'll be checking out now.
No, you're good, man.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Production doesn't want you to
really
breathe, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow.
They have it out for Alex.
The machine. Well, there you have it. Speaking of machine, how about some headshots? Let's put them into the grinder here. A looking like the site of the crime.
Oh, smokes for the cross. This is not going to end well.
Another classic contact play from OG. Just have to commit.
Oh, my God.
Bite the bullet.
Goes about as well as you'd expect.
Several bullets bit that round.
Definitely bit a few bullets.
Several.
It's a very common approach going long, but as Sean said, you need the smokes crossover, right? They've bought utility. I think they had smoke 2 flashes, but long take after losing the first player there doesn't really work out for them at all. Nowhere near a bomb site. Mousesports with a strong start. This is going to be a rough round. Nothing really invested as the P250. And a chance for us to just enjoy the round, guys. Nothing too serious.
Kind of take it in.
Too serious. Henry G definitely had some great performances on Dust 2 this year, taking out the Australian squad earlier in the year.
One of the biggest highlights of the year, I think, for a lot of people in the Counter-Strike calendar was that Dust 2 game. A lot of tension, a lot of arguments afterwards, controversial scenes.
Always controversial.
And we'll see the 2-0 come through. But here come the AK-47s. Now, you will have the AKs and basic utility, but you're not going to have everything you need. You're not going to have the sniper or Mansu, that's for sure. And it means like kind of more the same, just feeling the map out, seeing the cities pushed with the FAMASs or the UMP. So you have to run a default, really. And that really hasn't been the best side of the game for OG in general. But long spawn is available to them. Smoke on the corner as well. So this is looking pretty good for Mansu to at least get out.
A valiant attempt. And there's 3 CTs on long at the moment, so it's going to be somewhat of a stalemate. Does look like they're giving up on that plan. Going to leave probably 1 contingency man. Looks like Mantu's been given that role. And so he'll linger long as we do see them rotating in to group up for the lower tunnels Whether or not this is a commitment towards B, we don't have that information yet. Maybe, just maybe, a walk for a mid to B. Mansu are just responsible for mid and long. There's the dribble smoke. Sometimes see some Molotovs and flashes thrown through it, but it seems like at the moment, no CT utility drawn out. Is that an AWP as well? Waiting for it as a scout.
Oh, yeah.
NATO's got that on B.
And this is what we're talking about before the game started. We kind of assumed OG would do a lot of mid-B splits. They could still go A, though, here.
It looks like they want to go Cat.
Yeah.
Chris's smoke's making things a bit awkward. And he can even find gaps.
That's
Ooh.
grimy, cheeky.
It happens too much to OG like this. Just one player commits. There's no trade potential. The spacing's a bit off. And the CTs always seem to fall back. Like, they always get away. So what can they really do with this now? You got, what, 30 seconds? You just got to smoke towards the catwalk, flash the site, drop a couple of players down.
The problem right now is that Kris J is pretty isolated on A, and he's got a UMP, right? There's a limit to how much you can get done.
For the site.
Yeah, flash will be coming in any second. That's the peak.
Oh.
Yeah, this is just textbook for Mousesports. Not really... Like, unless some really great shots come in now, like 10 seconds remaining, shouldn't be a chance.
Chris has done it all.
I was, yeah.
White shot. He didn't even
And
get hit.
I'm not sure that their Molotov went as deep in Goose as they wanted it to either. So technically, there could have been another guy there, right?
Well, they didn't even get close to that. Plum there, the flashbang. Kris Jade is waiting for them, holding defensive line.
That was 4 AK-47s against 1
UMP and a flash.
UMP and a flash. And 1 smoke grenade. I mean, he played around that smoke as well. Damn.
Oof, that's not a good
OG
look.
picking up right where they left off on
This is a 16-14, though, on day 1.
I just want to say that I was just outside with Rops. We were shooting basketballs. And I said, Rops, how much will you give me if I make the shot? I shot it one-handed, made it. And of course, he had said 10K euros prior to that. So we'll see if he pays up.
Maybe if he wins.
Maybe if he wins, you're right. Thanks, Rops, in advance. For the time being, this is more than a tall mountain to climb for OG.
Third tag through the wall. Fourth.
1 grenade.
That's really not where you want to be when all the CTs have 100 HP still.
It's getting pulled around the map here.
No, can't go that way. Can't go that way. Can't go that way. You're all dead.
Yeah, I've got 1 smoke. Maybe just chuck it in spawn, hope for the best. Just free kill that.
Just give in to it.
Just waiting for it. Maybe a timeout after this one. Could have maximum loss bonus. Just talk through your options.
So when you said the last 45 minutes, are we extending that to like the past hour and a half? Or?
Well, this is fine. This is you just lost a pistol, right? Like they can still get back into it, but so far haven't really had any close rounds, so it is a bit more of the same.
Sean, what's the call if you're in Alexi's shoes where you know that there's so many things that aren't set up yet. You haven't got any kind of, real substance to your T side. You finally got an AWP on Mantu.
I feel like they should be able to know how to do those avant-garde smoke. I mean, it's just 1 smoke. The rail smoke, everyone knows. They should be able to throw that other smoke and then just chain flashes and get plants down every single round.
You're talking about up short, late long one maybe?
Yeah, like long takes as well. Like they don't seem to have...
They have long spawns.
Yeah, they haven't had a really successful take there at all. They haven't got territory.
And the avant-garde smokes, to clarify, it's the normal one, like just on the cross from short.
Like this can't keep happening.
And on the boost boxes as well.
Yeah, and the boost boxes, okay, so you can kind of see over it.
They keep losing opening picks without any trade potential.
Yeah, every time. That was on Inferno as well. It's the same story.
It does hurt if you are watching OG and cheering them on. However, I'd say for a first event, what do you guys think? How have they done here?
Pretty damn good.
And, I mean, they're
in the playoffs.
Relatively volatile, aren't they? I mean, we saw day 1 and day 2 look like completely different teams, and I haven't really got to catch too much of them today, but it seems that, the fact that we're in a third map is maintenance of day 2 than it was day 1.
Yeah, the first map wasn't necessarily close either, right? So
16-11 or something, I think I saw.
Nice little scrappy round they're about to win.
Or are they? Kerrigan.
Dude, he is running so fast. Jesus.
He's not going to be ready for this Tons player, though. Oh, he's actually managed to get around the corner. If he stopped, imagine if he stopped the plan. My goodness. Okay. Oh, dear.
Can't miss those ones.
That's you got to have that one. Bomb being planted, though. I don't know if Mousesports going to go for this.
Kerrigan's such a rascal.
Okay, well, there's a round. Not the prettiest.
They do something.
And will be their first. And Issa with 3 kills there. A big miss from Mansu. Could have cost them the round there with the flank from Kerrigan. But the round's confirmed. Money pretty strong on the Mousesports side.
They do something.
Finally.
Here's a tweet coming at Henry. Do you want it?
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a troll, so probably not, but go on.
I'll let you read it first.
I don't want to read it. I don't need to see it.
I'd like to read it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe not out loud.
They
after
didn't
I
even
see
tag.
it.
They didn't even tag him in it.
What
Sean,
are we looking at here?
I'm gonna go ahead and not read that.
it's not the nicest, man. They're not nice to you, are they?
No, thanks for bringing it up, though, dude. That's nice of you.
Jesus.
Well,
Really good friend, Trace.
what? All right, man. Sorry.
It's round 6 here, and we're going to be jumping into another slow and methodical round of Counter-Strike. I'll be steering the ship back on course, and it seems that Mansu, he's taking a leaf out of Device's book. It's often setting up for some aggressive mid-moves and does playing around the smoke. It's Abracadabra. Rops will pull the buddy from the hat in this analogy that I've just established. And from there, I'm going to go ahead and tap out for the rest of this round.
Of course, turning to the pages in the back of the book. Probably where that one came from.
Losing a round like this after winning your first round, not advised.
Not fun for anyone involved on OG.
The cat regroup incoming.
It's so much time here to work with, too. The thing is, Mousesports just not giving them anything.
You don't. Well, I mean, you have 2 smokes if you're on OG, so you could do the Avangard or first part of the Avangard smokes. But yeah, you don't really have too many ways to combat.
For sights. They have them only for sight and goose.
Spawn drop. Here we go.
Oh,
Well,
Well,
Jesus.
he's taking care of that. Any question marks around that round?
No, they've been embraced. Timeout.
Oh my.
0-6 on Valda and MBK.
Yow.
1 and 5 for Mansu and X. So the only round they've picked up is when Issa got a 3-piece over towards the B side and the B split. Nothing else really working out for him. 4 players yet to really do a single thing.
It's so weird because they looked so solid in the first map, and just what happened? They don't even look like the same team in these last 2 maps.
Well, Mousesports, I guess, just not having to do anything too flashy, just playing a pretty standard game. Fending them off the utility. The smokes are just overwhelming. A Mac 10 for Legacy B here, as the utility is compromised once again. Just a couple of smokes on Issa and Mansu. That's about it. Got to try something fast-paced here. Got a good B spawn. Are they going to go for that?
splitting up into default.
Yeah, that's what
Looks like he's going to go for this long pick. No luck in the early rounds right now for OG. Going straight back into the B hit.
Our rotation times are long, at least on Mousesports' side now. So if OG gets a half-decent trade going into this bomb site, still doable. Could play a 2v3 on B.
It's like right now there's no pressure anywhere around the map. So you can see that guy in CT spawn is leaning more and more towards B. He's not afraid of people being up cat and ready to hit cat because there's been no noise. There's just a lack of like, round-the-map pressure from OG.
Well, B worked before. See if they can get it online again. A minute remaining, but just trying to get that utility out first. They just have to walk into B. Looks things here. Have they got the smoke for double doors? Is that what Alexi's throwing right now? I think, yeah, he just threw the smoke from middle towards the B double doors.
Okay.
So that's something. That's a
Okay,
really
this is good.
powerful smoke, but no one's getting through this.
Okay.
Erased.
Good smoke, but not the best finish.
Smokes
the nades.
don't get you frags.
Clean sweep.
Ouch.
Oof.
Well, it's going to be one they shake their head about and call another timeout. OG, of course.
Couple of secret agents available. Baldy and then BK.
007s.
What is the best James Bond? In your
Movie
personal
or
opinion?
character?
Yeah. I think I'd
Or
prefer to know the
actor?
specific movie, but if there's a particular actor that you consider James Bond to you.
I like Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah,
I guess
Pierce Brosnan.
I grew
I
up
grew
with
up
him.
with Pierce, yeah.
So I thought that always... Like
Any movie in
GoldenEye.
particular from him? I can't even name them.
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye.
He had a
Good
couple
one.
of stinkers as well, like having Tomorrow
Never Dies.
wasn't great.
Yeah,
but
Spy Who
Which is the
Shagged
one
Me.
with the guy with like the diamond ice face or something? That was a weird one.
That's
that
one
was
of the
Pierce.
earlier ones.
That was a Pierce one. He was like an ice palace and stuff.
Oh,
do you know
I
what
know
I'm
what you mean,
saying?
yeah.
Is that
It's
the
like
one
he's
after
driving
I
a
do know.
Jaguar
yeah,
on
that's
the
right.
ice.
I saw that as a school trip
Aston
once.
Martin, not a Jaguar, obviously.
Yeah.
Whoops.
That's the one after Tomorrow Never Dies, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. That's one of the. I think it was his last one.
God, the Bond movie name. Yeah, I think it was. The Bond movie names are always just so garbo.
My favorite was
something Solstice? Solace?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
My favorite Bond actor was Roger Moore, which I
Roger
think I'm
Moore.
might be in a minority of. I know a lot of people like Sean Connery.
is like
yeah,
the epitome.
he's
of
the
it, isn't
OG,
he?
right?
The problem is, it's like when you watch those Matt Damon films, the Bourne Identity,
Yeah.
and then if he's not in it, it's like, well,
What's really going on
it
here?
doesn't necessarily have the same gravitas, does it? Anyway, back into the game we go, and this time OG, well, they don't really have anything to show for it. They're going to try to brute their way up Cat. Gonna spawn drop, perhaps catching off Natus Affix here, but the jig's up. With Kerrigan to back him up, throwing a Molotov there towards the cross. They have found their way onto the site. So a bomb plant strides in the right direction for
Now
OG.
we're talking.
Got to be difficult to fend them off on the retake here. Just the
Not-
Deagles.
At least there's some money made here.
Yeah, they get a buy at least. Like, there is a chance this wins this low HP, but it's going to take something remarkable. That's the start.
Oh. Well,
It's the closest they've been in a while.
There's not much to get excited about right
Not
now.
right now. But still, it can all turn around very quickly. They haven't even lost the half yet.
Henry did say he would breakdance if OG wins the series.
Yeah, that was what I said.
Trace.
Pretty much.
Will-
Trace
Shaving his head.
ain't said shit the whole time about doing anything to myself. But I suppose if that's the fantasy world you want to live in, Sean, I'll be right here with you.
There it is. He agreed to it.
No, okay.
Heard it here first.
Not going to happen.
Didn't go for the AWP. They had enough money to do so.
Maybe
So
it's
that's
time
the-
for something quick.
Yeah,
finally.
I feel like they're just going to group up and just do something fast.
Classic catwalk take, or
3-2 A rush.
Yeah, just rush A, boys. Get it done. What's happened at long? They've all been past Kerrigan.
Ugh, smokes.
oh, the gap.
Okay.
He won't get a second, but he's done a decent job.
Or will he? Where is
Oh,
the
he's getting it.
trade?
They haven't been
my
the best of the
God.
trades. That's better from MBK. That's his first couple of kills, I think.
Bomb's
needed
still
that.
stuck along though.
I don't understand what took so long to get to Kerrigan.
Oh. Well, obviously, at least the smoke is down. It's
Yeah.
Bit
Salvageable.
half-assed. It doesn't seem like MK is too keen on getting it immediately.
They've got it now. But this is the kill that could decide the round. You can see Frozen aware of the potential positioning here and gets the headshot. This could be a difficult shot for Issa to land, but he nails it.
Rops could certainly do this. He could certainly pick this round up. He's been a firecracker for the side of Mousesports, and now would be his time to shine. He sunk a considerable amount of hoops outside in the parking lot, so perhaps he can sink this one as well. Flash in hand, thinking about using it. Time starting to tick ever so much faster here. Avoiding a Molotov, finding one onto Issa, looks for the second onto Rops, and that's not going to be there. However, the second round for OG will.
That's the 3 first frags for MBK in this game. Comes at a timely point in it as well.
Kerrigan stayed alive for so long at long.
Yeah. Did his damnedest.
Jeez. They won the round with one person alive. Oh, man. If they lose this round,
At least their T side,
it's
right?
going to hurt so bad.
So much money on Mousesports. Oof. MBK playing catch.
Three people stacking the B side of the map. They know OG is on a low buy because the guy just won a one-on-one.
MBK's coming online, though. Starting to see some picks. Chris J surely goes down quickly. He gets just the
he
one,
got
but
one.
Frozen, he needs two. And there's the first, and the spacing again. Not ideal, but waiting for the player to come for the window. It's going to work out. That should be the round.
The flank's not bad.
Oh, he's been heard.
Yeah, Baldy's definitely calming this.
Who's the linchpin in all of this? There's that in between it all. Valdo's going to come up behind them, and Mantu's already ready for it. They've got it the third round here.
Yeah.
Oh, they should. Ooh, getting a little spicy now.
Boom.
Kerrigan still can apply pressure. Just wants to time it with Natus. Can't even find it first, but back to turned, and a messy shot from Kerrigan will tidy it up with
He's
a
so
pistol.
low.
He's so low, but Mantu just Up on the bricks.
Well, good on OG. They're back in the fight, back in the game.
Some of them getting their first frags there.
Yeah.
Jeez, man. They just can't. It doesn't seem like they're finding the fights they want to. And a lot of that's on Mousesports, obviously, controlling them and dictating how they're moving around the map with utility. It just doesn't seem like OG's finding any comfortable engagements.
Now, guys, I could be wrong, but I see Wingstop for lunch.
There's definitely food here. However, while we're focusing here on the very important semi-final we have in front of us, guys, I just want to note the last round was the first round that OG found an opening kill. Backing up Sean saying they're not getting the fights that they want. If you're not getting the opening kills, well, they're definitely not the fights you're looking for. Henry G, back to you in the studio.
Thank you so much, Chad. That's exactly what we're looking for from the analysis desk. As we get into round number 11 here, we're looking for that double orb setup. Chris J and Nato looking to cause hell here. As we'll see another beast by the time. It's working, right? Going towards B. They're getting the rounds on the board now, so might as well keep trying to get through. And they're actually getting a decent positioning now. They've got good spacing. The trade should be able to surface at this point as Chris J does find the bomb. The rotation comes through, but Robs trades it out. That's much better.
Yeah, Rob's could have had that kill. Doesn't find it, though. MBK comes out on top, gives us a 4 versus 3. And a much better, much more fluid-looking OG, at least.
It's not really fluid, but at least they're sticking together.
Like fluid.
Yeah, like fluid, I guess.
Sorry, man.
But this is kind of what we wanted to see from them on Inferno, right? Just grouping up, hitting the B site. Stop trying to do complicated defaults where you're getting picked off one by one. I mean, at least if you do this, the trades could land in your favor. You take the site, you just play a post plant. It's working out for them.
Ranch dressing.
If you don't know what ranch dressing is,
Sean will tell you all about it.
God have mercy on your soul.
I'm telling you, we should start that export business.
Really should get ranch to Europe.
I think so. Sweet tea's next. From Milo's, of course. Anyway, Counter Terrorist calling a
More
timeout.
money than Pablo Escobar in like a year.
Easily.
For ranch in Europe.
Probably equally as hated, too.
Well, the odds favouring Mousesports still, but OG, they're fighting back.
Yeah.
It's looking much better.
It was a 16-14 on the first day between these two teams.
That's right, yeah.
On Dust 2, so...
And I feel like we said it earlier in the pregame, it says CT side on Dust 2 that looks better. Like
yeah.
the T sides in general, across the entirety of the map, doesn't look fantastic.
Especially on Inferno.
Yeah, especially on Inferno. Train wasn't great either in the opening couple of games.
Natus Affix. Do we feel like he's put up a billboard enough for himself here?
I mean, it should be a good enough statement, this tournament to get him on a team.
Yeah, I don't think many people have got a bad thing to say about him. Hard worker, decent performance.
Good outward personality.
Yeah, it seems like he can handle himself in a decent team.
Maybe even Cloud9. Who knows?
Maybe.
Oh, did you see Bentet actually got signed to Genji? That's pretty crazy. That's an opening they were looking for.
Another one.
That is
not what they were looking for.
Not the
Closing
game they were looking for.
Big shots here hit by OG. They do find themselves another bomb plant. Rops and Natus Affix are going to have to re-aggress on this site, or perhaps not. They do have one kit between the two of them.
They're starting to run out of money, though.
Yeah, I don't think they're going for this one. Yep. So 5th round on the board for OG.
Would be pretty wild turn of events if OG actually bring this back to like a 7-8.
This is now, we're entering respectable half territory.
We're getting there. The money's looking pretty decent. They get another 3,500 on top of this with 3 surviving. Lost is getting there for Mousesports as well, so they'll have a buy. Well, especially with 2 players saving.
Yeah. The question is like the one round where Mousesports feel like we can't go on saving like this, and they lose everyone. That's when they're just
so
out of it. That's 2 rounds for OG, or it should be obviously,
so
but we've
much
seen OG
money.
mess this up.
A lot of money flying around these days.
A lot of money. Thousands of dollars on the CT side.
Being exchanged every minute.
Trace levels of Monster Energy.
Detected.
Detected.
No damage on the AWP, but faster play, more confident play now from OG. You can see they've got an objective. I feel like they just need to call like that. That's really just say, right, we're just going for the B split. We're not going to do a default. Get it done. Trade out some kills. Kris J likes to play there with the M4. See if he can hold them off now. Bullets just going above the shoulder of Alexi B. That will slow things down. They need to be cognizant of the fact they're vulnerable to short and long pushes here, so they don't have much time to commit towards B. Alexi just waiting.
This is going to be very difficult for Mousesports to hold.
Greek's there, though.
Oh, is he jump? Oh, the timing?
There it is.
Oh.
OG getting better and better each round.
Yeah, I think now that they've simplified things, this is what we saw to them on Mirage, right? It's just simple stuff, nothing too complicated. I don't know why they fell out of that, but now they're back into it and they're just winning trade battles.
Yeah, putting them in a row too, consecutively for OG. Looks like they're going to end out this half pretty strong. Put a 6th one on the board.
Nothing really can be done about this. Once again, saving the weapons. Maximum loss bonus is there. The B splits are working, boys. Just call a strategy at the start of the round. Just get it quickly done. There you go.
Crickets B.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could see that was going to be so difficult for Robs. Like just as he started jumping up towards the window as well, that's when they committed. So CT timeout. They were in cruise control. But like we mentioned, let's say they have actually won the half. Like you can still bring it back.
Is there anything cosmetic or maybe mechanical within the game that triggers the shit out of you guys?
I don't like the crouch shooting you can do,
Yeah.
like moving around.
Crab sprays?
Yeah,
Okay.
They're
I'm a
the
big fan
worst.
of that.
I'd say the Glock, when you obviously have burst fire and then it says, fully automatic, but it's actually semi. I don't know why, but that's just a nuance to me. It's just the little things, Nice AWP there. Nice little skin. Being shown to you, of course, by DJ Prius. DJ.
DJ Prius DJ.
Yeah. We'll just get rid of his last name.
Shiny.
It's true.
A lot of stickers there. Wow. Here we go then. Penultimate round.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't
Look
please
at
now.
this.
Boys, it's worked out.
Oh, my God.
Dodging the bullets.
How did
Getting
no
away
one
with it.
die?
Talk about balls of steel. Just, you know what? We're going to continue this boost behind this smoke. Getting peppered by an SG, not a problem.
Counter-Strike in 2019. The AWP holding the long push, the Krieg picking mid.
Picking middle of the Krieg. Doing a lot of damage.
Hell
dishing
yeah.
it out. Getting killed sometimes on the cross. At least once a game. Who would have thought we got here?
Bit of a change up on OG side. Oh, that's a fair bit of damage.
OG. Original gangster.
1-on-3 on Kerrigan.
Always good for one, but it's a difficult position to play. You need some backup with the flashes. Molotov certainly doesn't help things out here. And down he goes.
Oh, my God.
That was very well done.
NATO just caught out in the open along. There was an attempt to hold it there. Mousesports couldn't do it. They fumbled it. Kerrigan and NATO out. We're seeing a 3v4.
This flash can save the day. The swing from the bomb site.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
we actually waited for it.
Ready for that. In this sort of scenario as well, it's going to be more of that from Robs, though, as he'll be stuck in towards CT spawn. Time on the side of OG as they readdress towards the car position, and it's going to be another decent round for them. Actually going to be stealing the half away by the looks of things.
Damn. That's
6
six
rounds.
straight.
Yep. It was
What
7-1 down.
happened?
It's all gone wrong here for Mousesports.
They just stopped doing default and decided, you know what, let's just go.
Well, they've
Run
got
at them.
shooters, right? I mean, they've
Guys,
got people that can hit shots.
Just a quick one here from the stat lines. That last 2 maps, Rops was able to get 50 kills to his name at the moment, down towards the bottom of the scoreboard. Being neutralized here in this first half.
What are the reasons behind it, Chad? What do you put it down to?
Well, CT side, if they put him into a couple of tight pinches, it's a bit harder to get those multi-frags. I think when we flip on over, if he can unleash the fury of that AK-47, Mousesports, they could course correct.
Well, it's all kicking off here in round number 15. It's the early advantage for Mousesports as Kris J will be taking the AWP shot towards long. That's going to remove Alexi B from the equation here. And Mansu haven't said his name an awful lot here today, boys. He's going to have to step up.
Biding his time.
It's very hit or miss so far today.
Yeah, one map, he's just a non-factor.
Oh, this
and
should
then
be
he
an
turns
easy
it
one,
up.
though.
I feel like rarely do
Oh.
CTs make that mistake these days of walking into that rotate.
Yeah.
Well, this could be a mistake. Looking like it will be. OG getting mowed down, trying to enter this B-bomb site. Just Baldy left, and that gives us the end of the first half of what is the last map of our first semifinal. Mousesports 8-7 currently over the side of OG. We're going to go into a quick break, and when we come back, it'll be the conclusion of this series. We're going to be finding out who's going to be going to the grand finals of CS Summit 5. Be right back.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Third and final map here. It's Dust 2. Scoreline couldn't be any closer if we tried, Chad. 8-7. OG look like they're out of it, but they're back. They're swinging.
Some people are excited about the food. Others are excited about the Counter-Strike, Henry, and I know which one is you and I. So let's get this one underway here. 8-7 half down the middle.
We have a slight technical issue, so we will just be waiting for this one to get underway.
Map number 3, for those of you who can count. 1 went in favor of OG, which was the pick of Mousesports. Map number 2 was a blowout on Inferno there. Could have been seen as a bit of a punish pick.
What about the punishment that Sean has done to himself by putting the ranch in a styrofoam cup?
With a fork? I'm going to dip it in. You see,
the
I
plate
think
wasn't
we
good
have
enough.
a tech delay because someone had the nerve to say that blue cheese was better than ranch.
They had to
Gaben
back check that.
struck down this building, and now we are in a
Americans
tech
really
delay.
care about their food, don't they?
I think that's mainly about the ranch.
Well, it looks like the game's about to go underway with this exiting freeze time now as the second half of the final map of our first semi-final on the final day here of CS Summit 5. All the numbers and information you could possibly need.
Could I get some of my finest play-by-play here?
You could absolutely give it a go, Chad. Let's go.
Fast towards long here. P250 in hand. Frozen and NATO. They're going to get that control, but the CT side will be swinging out middle with a lot of information coming their way. Smokes will be in play for the T side here. I'm expecting a deep spawn smoke, but proactive as ever, OG CT side continues to grab territory, but Rops, the man with the plan, will be lurking on through middle. This one's going to be all the action on long. Isa's kind of put himself in no man's land here, and crossing they go. He'll grab the first and over long. They're going to be teaming on out. Can they stop the cascade of T's? It's looking good right now as we find ourselves in a 2-on-2 situation. Bomb is down. They could actually go CT spawn to be here. The call's been made. The pace is on. And MBK with the chase and the frag from Rops are going to be stopping this. And that's huge from Mousesports as they'll get 9 on the board. And I'm going to leave it to you guys. So peace.
Well, there we have it. It is going to be Mousesports picking things up. And a scrappy manner had to get the bomb from the CT bomb site floor as we'll fall back towards B. The smoke providing just enough cover there for them to reposition, turn around, and Rops to close things out with 2 big frags there. Here's the initial approach from MBK with that USP. Looks like a very good round for OG, especially the positioning of Baldy. Got the bomb, though, down on the ground. It will be the force buy in response, and the scout shots being exchanged now. It'll be Natus Affix to land the first one, takes Mansu to 55. Issa to 0. He does take a bullet in return, but he's absolutely fine with that as they take a nice lead, and they'll continue their campaign towards middle here. Straight towards CD spawn, smoke down. LexiB can't really do much about this. A smoke to maybe enable him to push through, but they've already made their way up.
Oh, I think he got lost in the smoke. Lost in the sauce. Right, Trace?
Bowder and Mansu. Force buy doesn't find a single kill. And I'm alone here, it seems. You boys are eating. I'll do what I can. MP9, Scout. And at this point, Mousesports just hunting for kills.
Very unlikely OG is going to win this next round with the MP9 Scout combo. Dust 2 such a hard map to win on these eco buys. Looking at potentially 11-7.
I think it might be. Can't really justify much more investment.
At least keeping the scout over for the next round gives you some possibilities to put a scare in Mousesports. Like if you're OG, you're just kind of hoping that Mousesports are going to take it slow at this stage.
Yeah, I think their goal for this round should be try to get 2 frags, because if not, Mousesports' economy is just going to be so built up by the time the first gun round comes.
Yeah, this is a prime opportunity.
They already have 3K on almost everyone.
Yeah, they haven't taken really many casualties at all. It's going to be difficult to fend off Mousesports. They just keep this momentum on. Kerrigan gets in the zone, and he's calling well, he's controlling the money. That's when it's very difficult to contain Mousesports. That's when they really start looking sharp. And this B push, the timing could work out, I suppose, but the position from Rops will at least give them 1 kill, but they won't be able to recover the rifle just yet. The MP9 pushing through. Jay taking a dink. So a little bit uncomfortable, I suppose, but overall still a very clean round from Mousesports. We get the bomb down here after smoking the crossover.
And that's a huge win, just getting those 2 frags.
So they get the AK. They've got a CZ and a smoke as well. The scout, I guess, will be taking over the next round. Not the most ideal weapon for the first gun round.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to hold on to that.
I get you can't really. I
really hope he doesn't.
Don't see people throw it away, to be honest with you. I think he has to use it.
You think he's going to use that on the first gun round?
I think
Down
he probably
to
will,
like
yeah.
7? Oh.
Because his alternative is getting, what, a low, well, not necessarily low purchase M4, but like...
I think Baldy could probably drop him. And all.
I feel like
if
the
you feel like
scout's there, that someone will use it.
Yeah, if he's comfortable being like very mobile with it, can kind of just wide swing here and there to see if he gets tag damage done at the very least.
Lemon pepper.
And there's no op yet out on the side of Mousesports either, so...
Yeah, Baldy's not going to want to drop an op. Did he keep it? He dropped it somewhere. Unless he's dropping someone else. Like, ooh,
Oh,
he
yeah,
upgraded.
they did. Mousesports on their end, also deciding to upgrade the scout into an op.
Standard 3-2 setup. Long rush. Oh, dear.
Henry Greer. Boom. Almost takes down Chris J with that spam through the smoke. OG putting up a pretty good fight here so far in the defense of A. What is the battle of the A site? There's another one.
That's bomb too.
And that's a perfect start.
Yeah, it's gone horribly wrong. 4v2. Natus Affix finding, well, something so far on the side of Mousesports. I thought he was seeing the guy over the smoke.
Yeah.
I mean, they have X-ray on, so.
Damn, Rops is out long. Mantu's just in the middle of no man's land, pushing Cat.
Yeah, there's a gap. He'll be taken down. That should be it. Rops with just long control. He has got a minute, but at this point, just trying to do damage towards him is about as good as it gets. His AK's been very strong recently, but this might just be one of those 45-second rounds where he's just going to be holding on to the AK.
That's what it does feel like. You are correct. Ooh. And they spot him too, so a little bit of info there. Not as timid to cover the bomb and maybe even try to secure this weapon. So Sean, what's your pecking order? Is it like you're a CT, you have an M4, you upgrade to the AK, do you drop the AK for the Krieg?
Oh, yeah. 100% of the time, I'm picking up the Krieg.
Nice. Henry, you on the same wave?
Always a Krieg. Decent attempt.
All right.
What? Wow.
That hurts. Definitely more than he was worth that. So
Yeah.
not bad. And we'll get into round 20. Final map of this first semi-final. It's a VP and G2 on the other side of the bracket as well. G2 certainly the heavy favourites going to that one. But they did drop a map to VP early in the tournament. One of the few maps they did drop.
Yeah. And one to OG as well, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, on Nuke.
Well, Mousesports still looking comfortable. All for Nato this time. And we'll see the Krieg doing damage on the cross there. And Mansu feeling himself. He said he's an aggressive AWPer. Difficult one to land. We'll see if Chris J will walk into the crosshair or just sneak by underneath. It's a great shot.
Nice.
Huge fan of that pick.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's a good angle.
I think it did that actually versus Mousesports too, like in the first game. Like when OG gets confident on their CT side.
Yeah, they can't be cagey here. Otherwise, Mousesports will just dissect them.
Very smart reaction out of Kerrigan. Immediately get long control when you know the CTs are playing Cat mid aggressively.
Yeah. They've still got smokes as well for the cross, but now they know the orb's on the A side. They need to apply pressure if possible. 4 players towards long. I guess they need to get Nato in the pit if possible. Flash over. That'll be the first objective. Molly the car.
4 versus 4. They're going to have to pressure this long A area.
Earlier in the event, Kerrigan called just a completely dry cross of long A. Didn't work out because Baldy destroyed them with an M4. I'm curious if he's definitely not going to call it with that smoke up.
Well, the time will continue to dwindle.
Yeah, they're not leaving a lot on the clock here.
3 people towards the A site.
I guess the one upside here for Mousesports right now is that there's nobody on site-ish. Like, they're all stuck behind the smokes unless they're going to boost.
20 seconds.
If a couple Molotovs stop the plan.
Oh, they're boosting to deny plan, aren't they?
Molotov, too.
Robs has a smoke, though, to put this out.
When they're done, that incendiary. Ooh, the boost at least doesn't.
Oh, he's going for it. Oh, man.
Did Robs missed his smoke? That's Robs' smoke right
Yeah.
there.
It bounced, huh?
Oh,
Wouldn't be the first time we've seen a smoke bounce through a Molotov, I guess.
Bit of panic there from Mousesports.
one of my favorite features back when I was playing.
Yeah.
Bounces through the fire.
Just, if you're burning alive, just sails away.
They brought an AWP here. Okay, who invested? Chris J has thrown over the Nato, the stand-in here, the mercenary. That's a big play considering they're full eco, Sean. You don't see this too often on the T side. CT side is more viable, I would say, but I guess he got the long pick.
Especially to the stand-in as well. Oh, he sits in the flames for the pick.
He's like, Chris, you can have it back, it's fine.
Just want to go for the pick, man.
Damn. Now OG is thinking it's a full buy. And
Yeah.
they're going to treat it like a full buy.
What are the reactions? They're going to push up a B. They're kind of posturing outside
I
the
think-
B bomb
yeah,
site.
they
So yeah,
are.
MBK's going in.
Who's that player outside with the bomb?
That's
Is
Kerrigan.
Kerrigan?
He's only got a Glock, though, which is not ideal. PT-50 would have obviously been neat to
Yeah.
have.
If he goes
Honestly,
down, that's
NBK might push
just
this
pass
with like
it?
knife out.
Oh, why would he shoot? Why would he shoot? You got a Glock. You're just giving up the bomb.
Well, that was a bit of a misplay, wasn't it?
Well, that's the round now. Oh, why would you shoot? Like, if you get a deagle, I get it, but not the Glock.
On a pixel angle, knowing they have head armor.
This could quickly fall apart. There's no way you can actually get close to this area as well and do significant damage with the Glocks, right? So you have to rely on Kris being able to do something, and OG's got nades for days. This is going to be a 10th for OG. And the backstabber becomes the backstabby.
Robs can't really do anything about that. Just
So
hoping someone will be looking away. But
So
no.
I'm going to peek this smoke. We really don't have anything going for us, guys. So
Well, they got the initial wall pick, but doesn't really equate to too much here.
nope, an OG back in the game. 11-10 score line. OG fighting tooth and nail here for their berth in the grand finals. Will be their first event. Be quite the storyline.
Actually, a lot of similarities between this map and the first map of the series. Mousesports looked completely in control first half, and then OG grinded it back, and they pulled through. It's feeling like they're going to do it again.
Perseverance.
Perseverance. Word of the day.
I have one of those calendars. I rip off one sheet every day. It's like a word. Right.
Ooh, wings a bit spicy.
Was
They're
it?
filling it now.
Now, I do say that I was kind of knocking the cup idea, but then the more I thought about it, you can fully immerse the chicken piece in ranch. Just like
I mean, you saw what I was
completely.
doing.
Oh, yeah, you were deep
You
in there.
didn't even know which type of wing I was eating because the whole thing was covered in
Yeah,
ranch.
yeah, basically.
It was a mild one.
I used to call hot wings like ranch shovels.
Ranch shovels.
It's just how you shovel ranch right into your mouth directly. Little ranch shovels. Anyway. Blessed be to the Hot Wing King. Right now we're going to see the guns coming back out here. Mousesports having taken that time out. Will they go to the drawing board and find something fruitful? So far, an okay trade.
A collateral shot there from Mansu. Does take Kerrigan down. This is a very important kill, though. MBK good position for a couple of frags as Kerrigan will be low HP, but he finds him with a nade out. Just had to reposition that. Alexi be low as well. Can't really swing in on the opportunity. 2 versus 2.
Smoke might fade if he doesn't hurry up from exit.
He's going to wait for the plan, I think. And
Does he have a lineup for this?
I guess, I mean, Kerrigan's the low one, so.
Boom.
Nice.
Oh my
For the back
goodness.
side.
They have a Molly. Could Molly back plat?
Baldy going to go towards the tunnels. They're going to try to split this defense here in the A side.
He's going to molly back
site.
plat for Baldy.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so smart.
Kerrigan's done.
Dead.
He died.
So Kris J, he can still win this. So he'd have to do 2 perfect shots here, but they're approaching it very well.
Oh my
Nothing you can do
God.
about that.
Damn, they played that well.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? The verticality there of the initial box outside the tunnel. Scoped in, Kris J didn't see it coming, and it's going to be OG maybe stealing this map away. They were 7-1 down.
Yes, they were.
Yeah. That was a sick retake. Like, from what Mousesports' setup was, which was very common setup that wins tons of rounds, I feel like there was no chance of them winning that round. That's pretty sick.
Tie ball game. A heavy long presence here from OG. No one's going to be there to hang out with him on the side of Mousesports. Instead, it's going to be posturing towards B site early on. They're going to go ahead and stick their neck out there at least. Issa playing a close angle. Flash is coming through. He finds one, looks for a second. It's going to be Rops that gets a trade, and a missed op shot from Mansu is going to leave this bomb site wide open. MBK looking like he wants to go in quick, looking like he wants to potentially deny the plant. That's just not going to be the case. 4 members alive for Mousesports inside the B site. Frozen on the big flank. Spots one in middle. Now all the information is there. He's probably going to get this shot off. And now the information is that the last player went towards middle, and subsequently the round also going away. OG, after tying the game up, will find themselves losing again.
Yeah, losing again and with a very, very hurt economy right now.
Peace out, Baldy. Absolutely smacked by Frozen.
Oh, that is not the round that you want to lose if you're OG. That was the one that should have built their economy up. Instead, now they have nothing. They're going to buy up the double ops. That's pretty much all they're going to have. So one of those ops is likely going to look for a pick pretty aggressively. 4 B side.
Not a
I'll
Krieg.
boost eventually.
Oh.
Oh my.
Ooh. You love to see that. Lexi out of the fight. And actually, most of OG is 2v4. Rops with 2 to his own name. And Mansu with AWP. He's going to get the hell out of Dodge. But little does he know, he will have a friend waiting for him here on the other side of the door. And it's going to be Frozen with the knock-knock jokes. Mansu falls 13-11 Mousesports. And a timeout.
Another timeout. Coming right down to the wire now, OG broken. Mousesports should be able to guarantee this round. There's not really much you can do with this. You can buy next round. You can't partially buy into it at all. It has to be USPs pretty much across the board. So Mousesports will be one step closer to being our first team in the grand finals here. With a standing no less as well. It's been a great closing few tournaments to the year for them.
Yeah, they went in Denmark.
One in China.
Yep.
And in LA, potentially.
Potentially. Potato. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
All right.
So the
Everybody up
USPs
mid. This is going to be a field day for NATO.
A little bit of light stat padding.
Yeah. OG just wanted to get that round over and done with. Mission accomplished, I suppose. And into the bye we go again. See if Mansu decides to opt in for a glass cannon op, or if he's just going to set up with a rifle. I guess that's one of the upsides of having a guy who hasn't necessarily been playing primary opper his entire life. Would probably feel comfortable with the M4 as well, but decides to go for the big green.
Big old gun to save the day here. Hasn't had the best showing in the semi-finals so far, but there's still time to pull it back. Molotovs towards short, and Kris J holding towards B. The bombs outside B tunnels as well. No kits. Glass cannon for Mansu. They get a little more powerful here as well with 4 players with our helmets.
Lurk smoke drop towards B. They're not going to play in it, though. They're going to back out of there, go towards lower. Still a pretty Pretty good setup here in terms of OG. Will they seize the moment?
Yeah, and this is the default that OG was missing all first half. You can see Mousesports just methodically moving around the entire map. So now they forced OG to play back in the B side. They have cat control. They know that guy dropped.
Oh, better get some more people out there if you're Mousesports taking the fight towards car. Baldy does eliminate Kerrigan in this round. Subsequently is traded. Now this A bomb site has fallen. We're going to see what kind of retake that OG can mount here. Smoke's thwarting off some of that right now. All 4 members hanging around middle. The Xbox area, probably contemplating, do we want to let them get to map point, series point, and it looks like they will. Saving is OG, 15 for Mousesports.
This is so smart by Kerrigan. He sees that guy on the rail, and that's the benefit of running such a solid default, right? He knew that 2 players minimum were B. He knew he pulled a guy's spawn or potentially 2B, which was the case, and the second he saw the player on the rail that dropped, I mean, he knew that the site was theirs if they just run off and trade.
Well, they've done it. It's going to be series points. OG with their backs to the wall, at least saving the money here, but it's going to take 4 rounds in a row. Tournament elimination on the line now. There's a rough start in the tournament for them. Second map was pretty underwhelming as well.
But it was looking good here for a moment.
For a moment,
Yeah.
in the second half, there was a chance. They were 10, well, so like I said, 7-1 down, pulled it right back, but
11-11, right?
yeah.
Well, this is it. This is all she wrote. Should OG lose this, they are out and being stopped here at the semifinals of CS Summit 5. Mousesports continuing their form and perhaps right into a grand final.
Mousesports just looks so much more polished on T side.
Yeah, I can see that.
Even with a stand-in, you can see just the way they move around the map and just get map control every single round that they want to, as opposed to going fast. It's just, it seems effortless.
All the HE grenades now as time ticks away. That's a decent connection towards Frozen. Barely any utility in that CT side. A couple of smokes. The Mansu orb. And it's going to be the A split, but it looks things here. 3 outside long, and no one defending that position. They've gone for a short push here. Kerrigan, vulnerable, and he'll be taken down. Couple of kills now for OG.
Oh, yeah. And that's not going to feel good if you are Mousesports. Of course, having these last 3 players out long, these guys are able to back off cap because they did get those 2 frags. And ultimately, set back up, get well entrenched within the site, which is exactly what they're going to do.
Like what Alexi is doing as well, because you hear the flashes coming over cave at long. He knows that there's very unlikely that Mousesports is actually going to split up in a situation like this. So pushing the advantage, not able to actually find a kill. Does damage, but really want to get a kill in that scenario.
2v3, so low as Mousesports, just Natus Affix on 15 HP. Spots the player here at quad, and probably will get the bomb planted.
That's all he can do. He'll be taken down shortly after. Players from CT long and the bait towards the quad boxes as well. So another round for OG. They can go into a double AWP setup now if they want to. Sticking on the M4 for now. It's this up.
Yeah, it's interesting. They could have gone with it, right?
Yeah, Issa was the one to pick up the AWP on the secondary AWP on Dust 2 as well, because he released that B bomb site. Well, maybe just liking having the mobility. They know that they can very easily get into retake situations, and obviously if you're stuck at 2 AWPs then your odds of winning out is not too easy.
This is the final boss. 5 Krieg by.
Aye, aye, aye.
The final boss. Very well could be. As we sit on 15.
No long control from OG either.
But Mousesports are all over that ass.
Oh, wow. I thought they would actually have a corner smoke for this one, Mouse.
I guess they didn't really need it considering no one was there.
Oh, Kris J at least gets tagged up pretty heavily, so he can't move about too much.
I guess he'll just stay in the pit now, right? Is that the players there? He can just
As be the annoying person who just sticks around the entire round.
Ideally now you just go into a short take. So you want to get short control and isolate them on the side. Kris J is applying pressure with the Krieg.
Yeah, Xbox smoke coming out from Kerrigan.
So this is the kind of point of the round you'll see a CT maybe investigate towards upper, knowing they've lost long and potentially shorts up next. But that's if they lose the short control. The orb's there for now, but very vulnerable to flashes. If he gets pushed off just like this, they might have to start probing the map. But it's a nice shot from Mansu. Needed that.
That is a huge pick coming out on Mantu earlier.
They can't exactly afford to give up short control either, though, with how passive they've been on launch. So they need to kind of commit to something and not half-ass two things.
Oh, Robs. A chance here for Mousesports to close things out. Rob's watching the rotations here. That's the kill.
Oh, my God.
That was the one.
Had it in the bag. 30 seconds left. They're going to get this bomb planted. It's Natus, Affix, and Kris J to defend it. It's MBK, Issa, and Mantu. Mantu taking a shot there from Catwalk. Not going to land it, but this nade, well, that's going to land right on the button. Natus, Affix gets a considerable amount of damage done to him. Just holding on to what they got. OG has to go for it.
That's so low and isolated. I think OG have got this. Doesn't look too problematic. Oh,
That's a shot.
No. This is way out of the picture, though.
He has to challenge your preferred. He can't swing towards long. It'll be too vulnerable. Okay, I think he's done enough here.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
The time, though, it's so long.
I don't think Issa can win this.
He can't.
It's over, boys.
It is.
And there we have it.
There you go. GGs have been exchanged. We do have our first grand finalist here from CS Summit 5 is going to be Mousesports. And, well, they did manage to take us all 2-3 maps and get it done in Dust 2. Mirage Inferno just before that.
Another grand final with a stand-in as well. Pretty good game on Dust 2 there. It looked like it was going to fall apart for OG once again, but fair play to them. They've come into this tournament with a lack of structure and tactics. They've made it work. They've got to the semis. They've learned a lot about each other, I'm sure, in terms of like how their kind of synergy is going to look going forward, the chemistry of the team. But obviously a lot of work to do, and that's going to begin in January, right?
Yeah, I think this is the best case scenario for OG, right? They ran into the hottest team in the world right now. Surely, obviously, Woxic's not here. Natus standing in. But they took them to 3 maps. They've obviously improved tremendously since that first day we saw them, which is huge positives. But yeah, hats off to Mousesports. 3 finals in a row now. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
Solidifying that top 5 spot. Chad's
I guess
probably sweating a little
they didn't
bit.
have to change. They didn't have to change too much, right? The fact that Voxic wasn't here, they found a player that could just fill that role. They haven't done anything too crazy. Their usual game, not really changing things up, and looking pretty confident for us. So that's our first finalist confirmed.
Here's a finalist.
The score so far. Another grand final. Locked in.
Used to it.
Hold on. Talk again.
Hello?
There we go.
Hi there.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a strong performance. It looked like things were going to turn around at one point. OG came online on Dust 2, didn't they? It felt like they had dropped off after Inferno. You guys were 7-1 up, and then OG came back into it. Were you worried at any point in this final map?
I mean, we never really worry when we're behind or anything. We tried it so many times, so
Sure.
it's kind of getting used to it. It's a little bit weird being up ahead so much, like in front. So
yeah.
I mean, they played really good and they punished us. They just hit the right timings. That is just Dust 2 for you. Like
absolutely.
Like you're stacking A, they come B. You're stacking B, they come A. I felt like they were really lucky with the earliest round. Like there were some shots missed that normally never get missed, and if you could just get that one kill, it changed the round completely. So, but I mean, they played really good, so there's nothing there.
That was a fun game. You guys are very vocal up there. We could hear a lot of screaming. And was that mainly you or Kerrigan?
I think it was everyone.
Everyone was going for it.
It's like when you hear we're never really doing that. Like until we hear the opponents, then we start doing it.
Okay, so you let them go first, and you say, right, if you're going to be like that, what's this?
Okay. Like we're like the gentlemen, you know?
Yeah, no, that's the way to do it. Like you'll be respectful until they're not, you know?
Yeah, no, I think we did hear them on Mirage.
Yeah,
right.
I mean,
in the middle, in the early part of Mirage, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay, there it is. A loving kiss.
Dane on Dane love.
A little love. Nada looking good.
How's he been? How's he felt in terms of himself? Is he comfortable in the environment right now with the team?
Like we just let him do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Like I just tell him to go be YOLO, do whatever you want. Like because if you start restricting him, he's gonna be locked in a role he's not used to. So it's much better just to unleash him and then have fun.
Yeah, that was a solid performance. I think this tournament's be good for him.
Yeah. So Woxic obviously not here. Did you guys put any preparation into watching their demos before this match?
I've been preparing for Epicenter, so I must be saying no. But it's also hard to prepare for OG because they're so new.
Yeah.
So
they don't have much.
No, exactly. And it's very dangerous to put in a lot of. Like if I say they like to do this and I only have
one demo to work off of.
So it's really dangerous to do like with a new team.
Yeah.
Like I like to have some sample sizes before we do it.
So G2 looking pretty hot here, and obviously we have G2 VP next. Who do you want to take?
I rather want to play Virtus Pro.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, makes sense.
But I mean, G2 has been playing really, really well this tournament, and I think like their individuals just have been showing up. So it's gonna be really difficult. But you can never count out VP. Like Snacks. Like sometimes he's there, other times he's on the moon. I don't know.
AFK.
Yeah. Well, that's a good
Something like
segue. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with Carde first, please. We've got the next semi-final coming up in about, I would say, about 20 minutes or so. We just need to get everyone back in the spot, and we'll see who'll be joining Mousesports in the grand final. Trace, take us away.
Okay, I'm ready for this. I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to our sponsors. Monster for keeping us energized. Sennheiser, the premium gaming audio provider, as well as XPG, our official keyboard sponsor, and Betway, the betting sponsor for CS Summit 5. And as Henry said, we will be going to a break. We come back, we have our second semifinal. Make sure you don't go anywhere. Get stuck in with us at the CS Summit.